Hello, welcome. Who is here? Who is here? Welcome. Karen is here. Okay, Karen, thank you. Can you hear me? I want to do a sound check first because remember the guru said I sounded like I was in a tin can? How is the sound? Thank you, Karen, and thank you, IG Roller Disco. Hello. How does everything sound first? Let me get a check on the sound. How are we sounding? Welcome to everyone joining. Oh, let me go start the Instagram live. All right, we're live. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining. Anyone joining? I want to thank you now. I want to just check my sound. Good evening, Uma. How are you? If you're joining on IG, I'm going to check my phone this evening because then I can see the comments. How is the sound? Please let me know. I'm waiting for a check for sound. I tested it earlier, so I want to see how do we sound? Anybody doing well? Sound is good? Great. Okay. 5 times 6. Does that mean it's a little too loud for you? Let me know. Okay, welcome. I want to thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Counting me out.
Hello. Yes. We're here.
I was never lost.
All right. Let me check IG. See how I've never looked on IG to see what's going. I don't see it. Hopefully it's on. Is this thing on? Shake it up.
Try to box me in, I just broke the frame.
Thank you.
Different kind of rhythm in my DNA.
Okay, we're hanging out. I'm going to see if the IG is good. I know Karen said it looked good from the last live.
Every closed door just refine the drive, but they call too much, now it's on my shine. Had to stand alone just to get a line. No turning back now.
Oh, I see it here. Welcome, IG. I see you, Rhino Dillinger and Carolyn Alexander. Welcome. I think I got this now. I think I got it. Okay. Welcome, Kung Fu King or Fu King. I'm making up more things. Welcome. Thank you for joining. And Juan, hello. Welcome, Juan. Hola. Peace and love. Okay, we're going to start. I see now how I can check Instagram. All right, so. All right. We're hanging out this evening, and it's another just a chill. All you black sheep. Who is a black sheep? Who can relate? I'm going to explain what the whole black sheep thing is considered. So we can see, like, does that line up with your understanding of what is a black sheep? A lot of us consider ourselves black sheep. Let's see what officially is said about the black sheep. You are one. I think we end up finding each other, the black sheep, right? You are one. That is so, I can relate. I can understand. That makes sense, right? Okay, so this evening, let's hang out. I want to reconnect with the fiber art knitting. That's why I entitled this Knitter Please. Because I've been doing the crochet and ignoring my knitting. For people that do both, you may understand that sometimes you get too caught up in one and forget about your other talents, but you'll grow rusty. And I guess I'm there. So I'm going to be vulnerable and try to remember in real time how to knit. It shouldn't be too hard to reconnect with. Those synapses in my brain will reconnect everything. Hand and mind coordination. But you shouldn't stop doing your what is it? Your talents, your hobbies, whatever, your gifts. You shouldn't stop. I know a lot of people do. If you play an instrument or you played one when you were younger, you tend to not do it. You let it go. Maybe you were forced to do it. But with knitting and crochet, you're not forced to do that. It is something, like I've told you, really good for your mind, your body, and yeah, and it's a good community builder. I brought that up. I showed you all some infographics about the different benefits. So, sound is still good. We're still good with sound. How is it? Are we still good, Karen? Let me double check. You agree? Have you played an instrument or something when you were younger and then you just stopped? You got too grown for it? Okay, good. Everything's good. Sound is good. All right. So, what I'll do is let me explain this whole knitting thing. If you're new to it, knitting is 2 needles. I know I call my crochet hooks. The crochet are hooks. Okay, this is basic stuff. So it's hooks. And the knitting needles are needles. Got dust on it. But I've taught children to knit. One child this past farmers market season, one child wanted to learn to knit. Most of them wanted to learn to crochet because I was teaching children and big children at the farmers market last season. I was teaching the children to crochet. And some of them, I'm going to say most of them, picked up crochet instantly. It was just great to watch. And I've taught children in the past, of course, taught my daughter when she was 7. That's the age I learned from my aunt Eleanor. And most of the children I taught last farmers market were around that age, 7 to 9, maybe in that range. Some were younger. I had some children, maybe I'm thinking 7, maybe a little bit under 7, not much. The little ones would watch. But yeah, I think that's a great age, 7, to learn this skill. But of course, it depends on the child. You can learn anything at any age. If you're, some kids are just more wired for it. Juan is asking Jen, is it possible to knit with thin leather straps? Yes, I mean, you can as long as you have enough of it, but you can definitely crochet with leather. I've crocheted leather fiber. It was kind of thin, but you have thin straps. Yeah, you can do it. Absolutely. But even if it's thick, people find you have bigger needles that you can use different, these are, what size are these? Wait a minute. These are US 11s. So these are kind of thick. Okay, so these are US 11s or 8mm for Europe. So we go off of the US standards Okay. Yeah, but you're welcome, Juan. Absolutely. In fact, I'm going to show a picture on Facebook. I know we're connected on Facebook. Someone just asked about, sorry, I have something, it's like an invisible fiber. Someone asked about knitting crowns for them, and I used to love to knit crowns. And I've knit a leather crown. I had leather fiber and I knit it looked like a headband, but it was leather and it turned out well. I liked it. Yeah, so you can absolutely knit with almost any fiber. And I think that's the creativity of it all. You can just do what your mind can imagine. So be imaginative. Don't let me tell you can't do something. God forbid I would do that, because you could find a way. Where there's a will, there's a way, right? Okay, so let us begin. And this is simple. We call this knit purl. And I'll try. Okay, not try. I'm going to set the camera up for the hand, the hand camera, so you can watch my hands closely if you want to learn. Sorry, my chair is creaky. I need a new chair, but it's creaky. So let me smooth myself out and get the camera going, and I'll explain what I'm doing. I'm going to use a kind of a middle weight. It's kind of a middle weight. It's not thick enough, they would say, for these needles, but for the purpose of teaching you, I'm going to use this yarn. It's 100% cotton. I like cotton. I like natural fibers a lot, but I'm not totally, stickler about you having to use natural fiber. I think it's nice and it feels great. Okay, so let's get started. And again, I haven't done this in a while, so please bear with me. We're just chilling mainly. I'll play some music too, but I want to also make sure you can hear me. So let's just start off with, we're going to cast on. It's called casting on is the first step. All right, so let me get my camera set up for my hands. Okay. Can you see me? How are we doing? Let me move over. Okay. All right, so we're casting on. So you just take one needle, and your tail could be maybe this length right here. Nothing too crazy. Thank you, Karen. Let me put that up. First step is casting on. All right. So that's what we're doing. We see you. Okay, good. Okay. So I do this like pow, pow. I might get in trouble with YouTube. Okay. Sorry, YouTube. This is just for play. All right. You see what I'm doing there? So I'm going to take the needle and I'm going to, okay, let me try to slow down because I had to do that for the children. All right. So I go under, and see how I twist it, and then I'm going to go under this thumb. Okay, now watch this. I'm going to let my thumb go, and I've just cast it on my first stitch. Okay, casting on. Hey, the guru, welcome. Welcome, the guru. And don't mind me. I have a few rolls. Don't make fun of me, okay? I've been eating well. All right. Haven't been doing anything like Pilates. I need to do Pilates again, right? Okay, so we're going to do that again. Maybe I'll play some music while I cast on so you can listen to a little music, okay? All right, let's see.
Yeah. Something's opening up. Yeah. Hit that one.
How many stitches do you want me to cast on? Tell me. I have now 5. You want me to do 17? I'll do 17, okay? So we could have fun. Oh boy, I got myself all turned away. Okay, see how I got back to it? I did it. There is some forgiveness to this process. Crocheting is way more forgiving. Hey, Ricky, welcome. Welcome. You like the music? Good. You love it. Okay, I love that you love it. Okay, how many do we have? 3, 6, 7. Okay. We're doing 10 more. My nail polish today is mint candy apple. Mint candy apple. That sounds yummy, right? We are casting on. Joining on Instagram, thank you for joining. I'm going to come over and see you in a minute, okay? Let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Uh-oh. Right on time. Something's opening up. I don't recommend you make a tail as short as I did. I forgot. See, I thought I was crocheting. But you do need a little longer tail. Do you see how short that little tail is? I'm going to keep it this way, but give yourself a little more give. And there is a secret to it, but we're just improvising, okay? So I have 17 stitches. See how they look when you cast on? Okay, now you take your second needle. All right, and I like to push my needles towards the front so I can work with them. All right, so this is your yarn that you're feeding into your project, and what we're gonna do knit purl, okay? So the first stitch, knit, you go under. Something's opening up. Sun on my skin, I'm waking up. And you take your feeding yarn and you're going to go through. Sun on my skin, I'm waking up. And then you're going to take your needle. Sun on my skin, I'm waking up. Uh-oh. Sun on my skin, I'm waking up. Sun on my skin, I'm waking up. See, this is my problem from having too short of a tail. Okay, I've got to watch that tail. Okay, I've got to control that so it doesn't, I don't lose it. Okay, so you see that? I'm going on through. And I'm going to pull it over that needle, and it's going to be on this side. And I keep doing that for the rest of the stitches, okay? I'm going under, through, under, and then off. Next stitch, under, through the 2. Take your needle on your right hand if you're right-handed. You're going to pull it down. You use your fingers. A lot of it is tension. And I'm going under, go over and off.
Everything I need is right here. The beginning is near. Sun on my skin, I'm waking up. Sun on my skin, I'm waking up.
If you have a project that you're working on, let me know.
Everything right. No heavy thoughts, just let it flow. Something is shifting, I already know. No more waiting, no more fear. Feels like something new is here. Summer got me feeling vibrant, vibrant. Light in my step, no hiding, hiding. Every little moment shining clear. The beginning is near.
Can you hear me, Karen? I know I might need to get closer. I'm further from the mic.
No heavy thoughts, just let it flow. Something is shifting, I already know. No more waiting, no more fear. Feels like something new is here. Summer got me feeling vibrant, vibrant. Light in my step, no hiding, hiding. Every little moment shining clear. The beginning is near. Sun on my skin, I'm waking up. Days getting longer, everything right. No heavy thoughts, just let it flow. Something is shifting, I already know. Sun on my skin, I'm waking up. Days getting longer, everything right. No heavy thoughts, just let it flow. Something is shifting, I already know. No more waiting, no more fear. Feels like something new is here. Summer got me feeling vibrant, vibrant.
More stitches. Juan, you can hear me well? I think I just have to go closer to the mic.
Sun on my skin, I'm waking up. Days getting longer, everything right. No heavy thoughts, just let
Three more stitches.
something is shifting, I already know. No more waiting, no more fear. Feels like something new is here. Sun on my skin, I'm waking up. Days getting longer, everything right. No heavy thoughts, just let it flow.
Something wonky happened, but okay, now every stitch is on the other needle. Doesn't look so great, but just imagine I'm warming back up, okay?
Something's opening up. Yeah, that one.
Okay, so now we're going to do something called purling. So what you do is you knit, purl, knit, purl from each needle. You're knitting one needle, purling the other. Now we did knit. Now I'm going to show you purl. Let's see. Uma says knitting socks, wanted the most complicated project to overcome. I'm like you. I like to be challenged. Right now, though, I must dance. Okay, dance if you must, please. Dance with your socks on that you just knit, please. Okay, so I just turned the music off just to explain purling, and Uma knows how to purl. Okay, so purling, why they call it purling is you'll see the bumps on the other side. On the knitting side, you'll see like they call them V's, and then you see the little notches here. So those are going to be purled. So in order to purl, okay, I'm going to go to the other needle, the empty needle, and this time, see those purls? I'm going to go in the front of them. Oops. Okay, so you see how I went to the front? And now I'm going to take my feeding yarn and I'm going over, okay? And then under and off, okay? Under and off to the other needle, okay? So I'm going over into the purl, over, under, and off. So I'm casting it onto the other needle. Okay, so that's purl. And I am getting used to the I haven't forgotten it, I guess. It just doesn't look so it's not gonna look great. But don't judge me on the looks, please. Judge me on my heart. I gotta put the music back on so Uma can dance with her socks that she knit. Okay, so let's listen to something else. I'm gonna let the yarn fall to the floor. Sometimes that's easier. Okay. So you have to fix your stitches. So let me see how it's looking. Something got dropped down here, okay? That looks wonky, but I'm gonna keep moving. Do you see how it's already turning into? When we knit, we call this, you're creating fabric, basically, okay? So now we do, let me ask the atmosphere, let me make sure you've been paying attention. What am I doing now that I'm gonna cast it onto the other needle? So I did purl, so what am I doing to put it onto the other needle? Can somebody tell me? Who was paying attention? Anybody? Yes, Uma, you're cheating. You knew this. I'm gonna do knit next, and then I just do knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl. Okay, back and forth. Right? All right. So you see how it's like the smoother V's they call them? That's gonna be the knit side. Welcome to anyone joining. Let me check Instagram. Let's see. Hey, Golden Empress, Born for Your Mind, Leanne, Hurry, Honey Lee, Rhino Dylan, Preston Loving Good. Welcome, and then Carolyn. Thank you. Hope you're enjoying, and I hope the sound is good. Okay, so we're knitting next. I'm going into that knit stitch, and I'm going through, casting it under and off to the other needle. Use that finger right there. It's like all of your fingers are part of the process. It's like you're the knitting machine. See how I push that needle down and I help it along? And you keep your tension. You'll learn what your tension should be. You should have a good tension, but you shouldn't be holding it like this. Grr. You know, some people I teach, I'm like, calm down. What do you need? Do you need a hug? Knitting and crocheting is supposed to be, I have something. All these little fibers are just flying all over me. Okay, so some people, I've caught someone that told me that the crocheting made them nervous and anxious, and I'm just thinking maybe this isn't the thing for you because it should do the opposite. Okay, so I'm going to finish my knitting. Knit side. And everything should just glide very, very gently and smooth. We want this to be a smooth process. If things are getting snagged, it could be a few things going on. Maybe your needles. You might need to look for needles that are a little smoother. So now, let's see. Can you see how it's shaping up? Again, this is wonky. This shouldn't be here. Uma, what do you think I did what did I do to create this mess right here? And of course, this is too short. You want your tail to be a little longer. But the stitches so far are turning out like they should. We're just going to keep going like you should do in life. Sometimes you could fix things, but sometimes you just have to keep going, right? Okay, we're going to keep going. I'm going to do next purl. Purl is next.
Yeah. Something's opening up. Yeah.
See, crochet is more relaxing for me, but I have done crochet for years. Okay, so you prefer that? You prefer crochet more? Do you think we will open a bunch of sewing factories again for American-made clothes? I'm glad you asked that. I'm gonna cover that in a minute. I want to share something with you in a minute. Good question. So you see my pearls on this side. Now you can see it a little better. This is the pearl side. This is the knit side. Okay. So you want to push your stitches a little bit closer to the front so you can move them. And I'm using 11, 11, and 11. The beginning is near, or it's here.
on my skin. Something's opening up. Something's opening up. Yeah. Hit that one. Sun on my
So
skin.
next
I'm
is
waking
Pearl.
up. Something's opening up. Sun on my skin.
No, Knit.
Hit
Sorry.
that one. Hit that one. Sun on my skin.
Knit is next.
Sun on my skin. I'm waking up.
You'll know it because you'll see the little V's.
Something's opening up. Sun on my skin. I'm waking up. Sun on my skin. I'm waking up. Sun on my skin.
When you warm up, you tend to roll. You roll
Sun on my
with
skin.
it.
I'm waking up.
I'm getting it again.
Yeah. Sun on my skin. I'm waking up. Something's opening up. Sun on my skin. I'm waking up. Woo. Sun on my skin. I'm waking up. Sun on my skin. I'm waking up. Something's opening up. Sun on my skin. I'm waking up. Something's opening up. Sun on my skin. I'm waking up. Something's opening up. Sun on my skin. I'm waking up. Sun on my skin. I'm waking up. Sun on my skin. I'm waking up. Something's opening up. Sun on my skin. I'm waking up. Sun on my skin. Sun on my skin. I'm waking up. Sun on my skin. I'm waking up. Sun on my skin. I'm waking up. Yeah. Hit that one. Hit that one. Sun on my skin. I'm waking up.
Okay.
Days getting longer, everything right. No heavy thoughts, just let it flow. Something is shifting, I already know. Sun on my skin, I'm waking up. Days getting longer, everything right.
Next will be Pearl.
Something is shifting, I already know. Sun on my skin, I'm waking up. Days getting longer, everything right. No heavy thoughts, just let it flow. Something is shifting, I already know. Sun on my skin, I'm waking up. No more waiting, no more fear. Feels like something new is here. Summer got me feeling vibrant, light in my step, no hiding.
Oh, okay. Uma says maybe stretch too far. That might be why I have this wonky part right here. Uma said maybe I stretched it too much. Oh my goodness, Girl Code is here. Thank you. You like the color in the nails? Again, the nail color brought to you this evening is called Mint Candy Apple. Okay. Thank you so much, Girl Code. Girl Code's here. Okay, so the next one is Pearl. Oh, I messed it up. I did a knit.
Just let it flow. Something is shifting, I already know. No more waiting, no Yeah. Something's up.
Okay, so thank you, Girl Code. Thank you so much for that. Super. Thank you. You said great tunes, so invigorating. I'm glad you like them. Okay, I'm going to take a break for a minute from my knitting. Knitter, please. And let's watch. I want you to watch something, a little visual, something I curated for you. Okay, so let us watch something. It's a little video, some visuals.
Yeah. Something's opening up. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Hit that one. Yeah, yeah. Hit that one. Sun on my skin, I'm waking up. Days getting longer, everything right. No heavy thoughts, just let it flow. Something is shifting, I already know. No.
I had it messed up. Let me start again.
Something's opening up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hit that one. Yeah, yeah. Hit that one. Sun on my skin, I'm waking up. Days getting longer, everything right. No heavy thoughts, just let it flow. Something is shifting, I already know. No more waiting, no more fear. Feels like something new is here. Summer got me feeling vibrant, vibrant. Lighting my step, no hiding, hiding. Every little moment shining clear. The beginning is near. Summer got me feeling free now, free now. Breathing it in, I see how everything I need is right here. The beginning is near. Warm breeze moving through my mind, leaving the weight I held behind. Colors feel deep, sky so wide. Peace in the rhythm, nothing to hide. Let it ride, let it breathe. Everything we're meant to see. No rush, no way. We're already getting the right path. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Summer got me feeling lighting my step, no hiding. Every little moment shining clear. The beginning is near. Right on time, right on time, right on time, right on time. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh, oh, yeah. Right on time. Yeah, yeah. Something's opening up. Hit that one. Sun on my skin. Something's opening up. Something's opening up. Yeah, yeah. Hit that one. Hit that one. Sun on my skin, I'm waking up. Something's opening up. Sun on my skin. Hit that one. Hit that one. Sun on my skin, sun on my skin, I'm waking up. Sun on my skin, I'm waking up. Something's opening up. Sun on my skin, I'm waking up. Sun on my skin, I'm waking up. Sun on my skin, sun on my skin. Sun on my skin, I'm waking up. Sun on my skin, yeah. Sun on my skin, I'm waking up. Something's opening up. Sun on my skin, I'm waking up. Sun on my skin, I'm waking up. Sun on my skin, I'm waking up. Something's opening up. Sun on my skin, I'm waking up. Something's opening up. Sun on my skin, I'm waking up. Something's opening up. Sun on my skin, I'm waking up. Sun on my skin, I'm waking up. Sun on my skin, I'm waking up. Something's opening up. Sun on my skin, I'm waking up. Sun on my skin. Sun on my skin, I'm waking up. Sun on my skin, I'm waking up. Sun on my skin, I'm waking up. Yeah, hit that one, hit that one. Sun on my skin, I'm waking up. The days getting longer, everything right. No heavy thoughts, just let it flow. Something is shifting, I already know. Sun on my skin, I'm waking up. Days getting longer, everything right. No heavy thoughts, just let it flow. Something is shifting, I already know. Sun on my skin, I'm waking up. Days getting longer, everything right. No heavy thoughts, just let it flow. Something is shifting, I already know. Sun on my skin, I'm waking up. No more waiting, no more fear. It feels like something new is here. Summer got me feeling vibrant, vibrant. Light in my step, no hiding, hiding. Every little moment shining clear. The beginning is near. Summer got me feeling free now, free now. Breathing it in, see how everything I need is right here. The beginning is near. Sun on my skin, I'm waking up. Sun on my skin, I'm waking up. Sun on my skin, I'm waking up. Days getting longer, everything right. No heavy thoughts, just let it flow. Something is shifting, I already know. No more waiting, no more fear. Feels like something new is here. Summer got me feeling vibrant, vibrant. Light in my step, no hiding, hiding. Every little moment shining clear. The beginning is near. Sun on my skin, I'm waking up. Days getting longer, everything right. No heavy thoughts, just let it flow. Something is shifting, I already know. No more waiting, no more fear. Feels like something new is here. Summer got me feeling vibrant, vibrant. Light in my step, no hiding, hiding. Every little moment shining clear. The beginning is near. Sun on my skin, I'm waking up. Days getting longer, everything right. No heavy thoughts, just let it flow. Something is shifting, I already know. Sun on my skin, I'm waking up. Days getting longer, everything right. No heavy thoughts, just let it flow. Something is shifting, I already know. No more waiting, no more fear. Feels like something new is here. Summer got me feeling vibrant, vibrant. Light in my step, no hiding. Every little moment shining clear. The beginning is near. Sun on my skin, I'm waking up. Days getting longer, everything right. No heavy thoughts, just let it flow. Something is shifting, I already know. No more waiting, no more fear. Feels like something new is here. Sun on my skin, I'm waking up. Days getting longer, everything right. No heavy thoughts, just let it flow. Something is shifting, I already know. Sun on my skin, I'm waking up. Days getting longer, everything right.
All right, so I want to talk about the aspect of bringing back the knitting in the country because that's what made America really strong. And Uma asked that question. I want to deal with that. The reason I wanted to show the animals that we source fiber from, as well as cotton, of course, uh, things that are organic and have a high frequency. Now, Some of you may want to do something like this, bring this industry back, this craft. And maybe we would form guilds again, like craft guilds, where we have the knitting mills opening back up, because sometimes, of course, you need the machinery. Sourcing the fiber. I wanted to talk to you about this one animal. I wanted to invest in this animal. Okay, here I am. Hey there. This animal right here is called Alpaca vicuña. Let me write it in the chat. If you've ever heard of this animal, I first heard about this animal at I went to the Sheep and Wool Festival. Wait, I have the flyer. 2015, I went to the Sheep and Wool Festival. Here's the program. 2015, it was in October in New York. It was in upstate New York called Rhinebeck, New York. So they have this festival every year, and I wanted to attend. Now, this festival has been going on in Rhinebeck, New York since 1980. And that's when I first learned about this animal. So let me show you the animal again. This animal, I told you I was going to spell it. Let me put it in did I put it in the chat? I know it looks like an alpaca, right? Yes, it does look like an alpaca. It's in that family. Let me write it's called Alpaca vicuña. Let me see if I could put I can spell it. My Latinas, you'll appreciate that I put the nyun on that, right? Karen will be happy. I put the nyun on the N, okay? All right, so it's called Alpaca vicuña. And this animal, first, let me tell you, when I went into this was my first time at the Sheep and Wool Festival. They have them all over, I guess, different areas. I've gone to knitting conventions, and when I was going to Saul in Philadelphia, the agricultural high school, yes, I did go to Saul for a little while. Shout out to Saul. We were part of the Future Farmers of America. Who out there is part of the FFA, Future Farmers of America? I was in the I even had my jacket, the corduroy blue jacket. Yes. So we would go to farm shows and, where they're selling different animals. And this was different. When I went into the area, the grounds for the Sheep and Wool Festival was really nice and quaint. They had really cool, it was really super bohemian, lots of hippie types, like the kind you go and see at a farmer's market, like a high-end farmer's market. After all, this was Rhinebeck, New York, so it's high-end. And just cool people. Everybody was really nice. The food stands I went to a food stand and had fried artichokes. It was yes, I never had fried artichokes, but they had a dip and it was really good. So they had pens where you could go in and see the various animals, and I loved it. I went and saw various sheep. It's so many different types of sheep, merino, all kinds, okay? And they had every kind of sheep, lamb, whatever you want to call them. Then they had this animal right here that this animal, I was shook, as they say. I walk in to this area, and this woman was there. She had them in a pen, and oh my God, when I saw the eyes, this picture does this animal no justice, because the eyes were so massively beautiful, just big eyes, and it looked like liquid chocolate. Okay. the deepest chocolatey eyes, big and just beautiful. I was stunned. I had to stop. Like, this animal literally stopped me in my tracks. I had to stop and go over and I was undone. I love animals, but this animal was so exquisite. And okay, this is the special thing that really captured me is the animal, it does a special coo. So all of the animals in the pen were cooing. And this coo was something I've never heard in my life. I mean, you hear cats purr, but imagine this beautiful animal cooing. And it was just like soothing. It sounded otherworldly. I just had never heard anything like it. And I stopped to ask the woman, what are these animals? Are these alpacas? I knew they weren't. They looked different. And she told me they were Paco vicuñas. And she gave me the whole history. They come from South America, I think Peru. And she lived somewhere in Kentucky, and she had a farm of these animals. And they cost per animal at the time, they were almost close to $20,000. So this isn't for the faint of wallet. And she had lots of them. And she was an ambassador in Northern America, where she was bringing awareness to this animal and hoping to influence others to start to breed the animal and bring this animal into Northern America, so that, we could begin to uh you know see this animal also in the fiber world. And oh, Corinne, hey Corinne, welcome. So she was bringing the awareness. And I have a piece of the wool. Let me show you. I have some of the Paco Vicuña's wool. 1 minute. I'm going to grab it. I think I have it somewhere close. Oh no. Where did I put it? Okay, I have to think about this because I put things up for myself. Okay, this isn't going to be the easiest thing. I have to think about, when you put things up from yourself. I just saw let me think. Where did I put it? Okay, I'll find it before the live stream is over. But let me tell you about this fiber. This fiber is so exquisite. It is so fine. The diameter of this fiber is finer than silk. And it's something to behold, like to touch it. People tend to not dye the fibers. They keep them in the natural, how it naturally occurs. As you see here, this looks more like a caramel color. So you'll see the caramel color being that's really common to see this color. Let me see if I could. Oh, this is a lamb, sheep. I love these. Don't they look so cute? Does anybody know what kind of sheep these are? They're so cute. Oh, you can see me there. This is the Sheep and Wool Festival over here. But let me show you. So these are alpacas, as you can see the difference. That's a Paco vicuña sheep. Oh, here it is. Okay, I wanted to show you the colors. So the colors, as you can see, they're very natural. It kind of looks like coffee, milky coffee. You have the very natural colors. You also have a darker chocolate color. So this is the vibe of the Paco vicuña. It's not to dye them into bright colors, but to keep the natural color. And I like the natural colors. I could do a lot with them, and just beautiful things you can knit with them. I wouldn't so much crochet, but maybe so. But this seems more like a knitting type of a fiber. But that is, I wanted to show you this particular animal. If you haven't heard about this animal, I hope that more people will become, farmers. This is a fiber farming. And I've wanted to do fiber farming. So I would like to have a a few Paco vicuñas, and also I would like to also have the cashmere goats. Did anybody know that cashmere comes from goats? So these are cashmere goats right here. And did I say silk? I meant cashmere. So the Paco vicuñas, the fiber is finer than cashmere. That's what I meant to. I said silk. So scratch that. It's cashmere. So we're talking extremely luxurious. But again, I think luxury should be normalized. I don't think it should be something that is elite and it's not available to everyone. I believe that before we had all of these robber barons and the reset in America, I I know that everything that is considered elite and, high end, like fibers for your clothing and where you sleep, for your, linens that you sleep on, they were organic. They had high frequency. You can find it in the Bible that, linens and things like that, they have it's a higher frequency. It's better for you. And for some reason that's what was recommended for us to sleep on and wear, natural things. Let's see. Girl Code says, beautiful. Can we hear its sounds? Oh man, I would love to capture. That's a good idea. Girl Code, I'm going to try to capture the sound. So the next time we get together, maybe I can isolate the sound of the Paco vicuña so you can hear the cooing. And I can imagine, like, if somebody could isolate that, oh, that's a good thing to think about, and bring it to like an audio where you can listen to it and just get, when I heard it, Girl Code, I almost went into like a meditative state. These animals were doing something healing. You said you will have all the animals your heart desires. I never knew cashmere came. Yeah, yeah. A lot of people didn't know that cashmere comes from goats. You can also have, Angora. Angora comes from bunnies. I didn't have an example of a Angora bunny, but I will have an example. So imagine you can have a fiber farm of Angora bunnies, cashmere goats, and Paco vicuñas, and we can bring back the imagine having a little bit of all of these fibers, these little cute little mop heads. I don't know what they're called. They're just super adorable. But I love this animal so much. I couldn't stop thinking about it, and I kept in touch with the woman who raised the animals, and she's really sweet. But it hasn't caught on. So just consider this right now a kind of call to action if you are interested in having a fiber farm and getting into uh, animal husbandry, as they call it, where you raise and breed this beautiful animal so that we could have more, we can have this fiber. I won't say more of it. We don't really have it. It's not well known yet. So the beginning is near. Let's see what Uma is saying. In northern, is that Wisconsin? Many fiber farmers contract out for cleaning. Let's see, contract out for cleaning. And also, some sheep farmers have the poop made into fertilizer pellets sold in a small bag for gardening or houseplants. There you are. It's so amazing how you can use a lot of the the things on a farm and not waste a lot, especially when the poop is kind of clean. Like, you think about cow dung and things like that. I know people they burn the cow dung when they do yoga. I used to do yoga in college, actually. I don't do yoga anymore, but that was something I got into because I was dating a guy, a Morehouse guy, and we were like the hippies, and we did yoga. And yeah, one of the yoga instructors used to burn like I think it was like cow dung and like what is it, the butter, what is that, the ghee, the ghee and all of that. So yeah, I know people sell this stuff. It's just all organic stuff. Goat cleaning, they are the best poison ivy. Oh, cleaners. Yeah, I know some people rent their goats out to eat up all the brush, and they're great. Like they can get rid of all your brush in a day probably. So, yeah, so that's something that you can consider. Now, let me go back to something that Uma asked about bringing fiber. Let me see how to do this. Okay. 1 minute, Uma. I want to show you something. Wait a minute. Where? Oh. I needed to free up my studio to show you this. Okay, so let me share my screen. And okay. Okay, this is based on your question, Uma. It's interesting you asked this question because I was thinking about this. I came across this because I'm from Philadelphia. Things like that catch my eye. Do you know about Reading, Pennsylvania? Anyone? Reading, it's known for being good for shopping. A lot of the shopping outlets are there. We would always take trips, different church trips and stuff up to Reading from Philly and do like shopping for the day. People would just shop their brains out up there and eat the good food because you have the Amish country and stuff like that. So out in Reading, a historic knitting mill opened up and they renamed it Buck Mason. So it's a California based clothing company that acquired the 116-year-old Monton Knitting Mills. So the founders, Eric Allen Ford and Sasha Cohen, they learned of the available space and jumped at the chance to build out the company using a site with a rich history of textile manufacturing. The Buck Mason Knitting Mill factory, they will produce t-shirts and a range of Buck Mason classic American essentials for men and women. So they opened up, and that's what has to happen. We need people to reinvest in America, and that's part of how we can do it. Like this was a knitting mill that was just in, deindustrialized, just left for rot. And this company from California bought the mill and opened it back up for business. Let me show you another. Okay, 1 minute. Because I think I can show you what it looked like. It's a historic. Okay, so here it is. They save a historic Pennsylvania factory. Imagine that you do that. You find some factory that's like decommissioned and you get together with someone and you open it back up. And all the machines are there. So you can see these t-shirts, 100% cotton, Buck Mason. And this is a machine. And this reminds me of the how we talk about the Antiquitech. A lot of the technology from the old world that we're told of as the old world, we think that it's primitive, but those machines are just simple and beautiful. I would love to take a tour. Next time I'm in Philadelphia, I want to go up to visit this mill. Okay, so it's a 150-year-old factory comprised of a fabric knitting mill in Shillington, Pennsylvania, and a separate sewing factory in nearby Monton, Pennsylvania. Many of the mill's previous employees were retained in the acquisition. So it was still going on, but look at these are the two guys. Look at the various spools of fiber cotton that they're making t-shirts out of. Wouldn't you love to watch the process? Okay, so the Monton Mill plays an essential part in the rich history of textile manufacturing and millinery in the eastern Pennsylvania area, dating back to its opening in drum roll, the 1800s. Okay, let's do it always comes back to the 1800s, doesn't it? It's like the big reset that happened, okay? So 1873 explains Buck Mason, co-founder, um, Eric Allen Ford. This is where the major department store brands were once made with pride, and now we're bringing that integrity and dignity back full circle. So you see, it looks like a high quality t shirt. I can tell it feels very nice on your body. The primary focus of the Monton factory is to make Buck Mason's signature range of t shirts with the potential for the production of various styles. There are several classic Buck Mason tees already in production. So they have the Supima cotton, and that sounds amazing, right? I love Supima cotton. And then all the tees are made from 100% cotton grown and sewn in the USA. That's the key, everybody. That's the key to bringing this country back. We have to fire up these factories and start making stuff again. Okay, so this is part of what I just get very passionate about. I love this. Okay, so it says we don't just design clothes, we make them. Buck Mason Knitting Mills allows us to manufacture entirely domestic, American made products. Our designers are rubbing shoulders with our makers to improve quality and value. So look at that. So you have US power in manufacturing coming back slowly. And I know there are mills that also make denim. Can you imagine bringing denim factories back? Okay, so they saved this historic factory, and I love it. Hey, Dave Walker. Welcome, Dave. Yes, wouldn't it be fun? Imagine some of us, even. Some of us might want to form a company and do that. In some of these old towns here in the South, they have mills, I'm sure, that are left to disrepair. Hopefully, we will get these factories back again. We pay high tickets only to have our clothes poison us. Yes, and shrink. Shaking my head, which is why I buy high fiber items, not for name, but for quality. Exactly, girl code. That's the thing. You know, some people they decide to spend their money on quality cotton and things like that, or linen. If you sleep on linen, you're gonna sleep well. And it's going to help heal your body even. I believe that the linen, they used to use it in the hospitals, 100% linen to make the beds. So there is something to it. And when I did a piece on the mills in Philadelphia in the Manayunk area. And I'm going to cover more of it. I dealt with the mills, that how they were machines basically. If you haven't watched that video, you can go to my YouTube and watch the video I did on the mills in Manayunk. They are now used for apartments and condominiums, but these buildings were basically machines, and they had big windows. They're stone buildings, but the windows were open because they needed the air to go, like cross breezes. So on each side they had windows that were open, so the machinery could stay at a good temperature, and any dust would also be filtered out of the air. But the entire building was based on, they didn't even need electricity. So this is before electricity. They used the canals because we have the Schuylkill River in Philadelphia that runs along the city. But in order to use the water as the power source, you can't use the river because rivers are unpredictable and chaotic, because they are prone to changes like in the weather. You can have flooding, and you could just have various speeding, water speeds that are not standard. So in order to have a smooth flow of water, they built a canal alongside, and that is then used with the wheel. And it's something about, that's why I curated a lot of things with wheels. And even when you think of pottery wheels, anything that spins, and it's something about that. I would love to inspire people to get into spinning something. If you're spinning uh, fiber or spinning clay, it's going to it's like meditative. That's why this craft is good for your mind. And a lot of us, we need this because we've been fried through our jobs, or maybe your life. PTSD here? Anybody PTSD? And these things are good for you. They help to rewire your brain in a good way. And it's just so many things you can do that's good for your body. And it can be an industry. Let's see. Corinne said, Uma said, do you think the goats could pass that poison ivy on, through their milk? That's a good question. Poison ivy, yeah, not, we wouldn't want that to filter through to the milk. But maybe if you have them eating the poison ivy, that wouldn't be maybe the milk. I don't know. What do you say? Let's see. Your shirt that you're wearing looks like it's Egyptian cotton, sissy. It's beautiful. Not as, oh, thank you. It might be. It's a. I like that it has the flat tag. I think it's a Gap shirt. I've had it for so many years, but you know what it is about Gap? Gap used to, I don't know, are Gap stores still open? Because I have not been to a mall in so long. I don't even know what's going on anymore at the mall. But I loved Gap. I've worked at a Gap. I worked in San Diego one summer. Well, was that freshman year, Spelman. I went to California to stay with my godmother in San Diego, and I worked at Fashion Valley Mall in San Diego at the Gap. So I know how to fold t-shirts. That's one thing you're going to learn in the Gap, is how to fold t-shirts. And you're always folding, folding, folding. And if you wanted extra hours, did you know that the Gap is also owned by Pottery Barn? So if I wanted to work extra hours, I could work at Pottery Barn doing like stocking, maybe at night. So it was fun. When you're young, you just want to work, work, work. You have all that energy. But yeah, so yeah. This is a Gap shirt, cotton, but maybe not Pima cotton or, something on that level, but definitely wait, would it Juan say, "You need to get out more, Jen." I do. I do need to get out more. You're right. Okay, so let me show you one, uh, let's see. Oh, we did this. This is a basic primer, like I told you, in terms of knitting, and I got to get back into my knitting, okay? I have to because I let it go too long. But it is, let's see, does it tell me? Oh, this is more of the primer. And if you want this, I'll provide this for you, this infographic. But let's see, where am I with oh, wait a minute. I wanted to do something different. I want to spin a little wool before we leave each other this evening, okay? I'm going to spin some wool and I'm going to use a drop spindle. Do you want to see that? That should be funny because I haven't been practicing. When I did it back in the summer, I guess last summer, I kind of had it down a little bit, the drop spindle. So if you want to start spinning and you don't have a wheel, which I would love to have a spinning wheel, I want to take some courses and learn how to use the spinning wheel. And let's see. If you don't have a spinning wheel, you can do a drop spindle. So I'm going to show you how to spin some wool. And in the meantime, I'm going to get set up. I'm going to play a little music, okay? I'm still here with you.
Come on in. You don't need permission tonight. Just bring your hands and your rhythm. Loop it slow, let the tension go. Every stitch got a story that you didn't know. No rules here, just breathe and flow. You already got the pattern in your soul. Hands moving like a quiet prayer. Peace falling in the open air. No pressure, no perfect lines. Just you and this moment in time. You don't need to measure love. You don't need to count enough. Feel it, trust it, let it grow. We just vibing stitch by stitch. Let it heal, let it switch. Mind unwinding, let it go. In the loop we flow. No fear, no right, no wrong. Just your hands and your song. We just vibing, nice and slow. In the loop we flow. Crochet dreams in a midnight glow. Every row like a seed you sow. Add your flavor, change the plan. Magic lives in your own two hands. A little twist, a different turn. Every mistake is something you learn. This ain't rigid, this is art. You don't follow, you style. Let it rise, let it fall. You were never stuck.
My mic was on. Okay, Juan is laughing. Okay, Juan, I'm trying to remember this. Okay, so I'm using my drop. I'm not muted now, am I? You can do this really fast, but I'm not doing this right, am I, Dave? Am I still muted? You can't hear me? No? How's that? The sound back? Let me know. Okay, it's back. All right, so I don't know what I'm doing. You hear me now? Okay, this is a drop spindle, everybody, and you're supposed to be able to make your thin yarn from this. I'm going to learn this, okay? I will learn it. But I just wanted to show you a quick little demo. It's good for your arms, man. This could be a good arm workout. Who spins yarn? Who does drop spindle yarn? Let me know. It is like cotton candy, right? That's not the wool from the Paco Vicuña that I wanted to show you. But basically, this is a very analog thing to do, is to spin your own yarn, your own wool. So I guess I'm kind of doing it right. What do you think? Uma? I should look it up. I should read the instructions right now, reread them. My step family was learning how to do this in Wisconsin last summer with the drop spindle from the fiber farm. Are you serious? So the fiber farm taught drop spindle. See, that's what, okay, can you imagine having a fiber farm and doing workshops like that, doing spindle workshops and spinning wheels, right? That would be amazing to do. So this is basically the drop spindle method. Very analog, no batteries needed. You can do this anywhere, right? This is the beauty of this art, this craft, is you don't need batteries. This is analog. So I kind of like the width, the diameter of this. So this is turning out okay. And my arm is getting a workout. How long does it take, Juan? I guess it could take a nice amount of time because you think about all of the spinning, even though it's like a drop, I think it's like another way to make it spin, right? Or is it totally like this? Making your own yarn. Now, when I used to knit, mainly knitting, I lived in Thousand Oaks, California, and I knit with some women that they were pretty swanky, right? I call them the knitterali. I don't think they like me. I told you they're kind of liberal. They don't like my conservative views. So I've kind of like had a great, what, I don't know, a great divorce with a lot of people over ideological things. Is And that's really sad, because this is an art. It shouldn't really have a political stance, right? However you feel about your politics shouldn't intervene in making art. But they were a fun group. It was fun knitting with the Knitterollies. I would go all up and down Southern California to knit with the various Knitterollies. I would go to Laguna Niguel and I would knit with some women there. And then I would go to, well, various places in Thousand Oaks, Westlake Village, and also I would go down to Studio City to a knitting. They called them boutiques, right? And this was called a yarn crawl. Me and my daughter would go on yarn crawls to different knitting boutiques, and a lot of those knitting boutiques closed down. So we have to bring a lot of this back. So I would knit with the Knitterolli. In fact, one of the knitting studio boutiques in Studio City, they beautiful big place, and the the tea in the Knitterolli circles was that Julia Roberts would shut the place down whenever she came through. And that's allegedly, I don't know if it's true, but that's what I heard, that Julia Roberts would come through, and whenever she came, basically they would shut the doors. And just a lot of, you'd be surprised how many people knit. So this is getting to be kind of nice. In fact, when I find my Paco Vicuña fiber, I might spin that into something. It's just a little bit of it. I just saved it. When I went to the Sheep and Wool Festival, they gave me, like a nice piece as a, something like a souvenir. And I have to think about where I'm going to find it, hopefully before this live is over. Okay. So do you see this is becoming a nice, a nice diameter? So the color will be this color, various variations of this pink. So I just want to show you and some people, what I like about some yarn is they have thicker pieces, thinner pieces, thicker pieces. And when you knit with it, it will give you a nice, it's not perfect. In other words, it's like, not everything has to be perfect. In fact, I love how the Amish do things. They intentionally put a mistake into the things that they make, and it's not a big mistake. It's like more of a, I think it's just a aesthetic mistake, because I think what I've heard is that they don't want to come off as prideful and after perfectionism. So it's a way to stay humble, is to put like just a little imperfection in what you do, so you don't try to make yourself like God-like. So I like the idea of it, okay? So that is drop spindle, spinning your own wool with a drop spindle. So there you are for analogs. So we'll do some more spinning, and I will look for a spinning wheel lesson. And I know that those spinning wheels are very expensive. Everything in this profession or this craft can be expensive or it can be reasonable. It's up to you. You can go to Michael's, or you could go to these, whatever's left of the boutiques. For instance, let me just show you. I didn't teach. We'll do this eventually. This is called a circular knitting needle. Do you see the circular? Let's see. Let me give you another example of, these are circulars, okay? So you knit in this, you knit in the circle, knit in the loop, okay? So you can see these are finer than what I'm using the 11. So what is the size here? These might be 8s. Circulars for socks. See, Uma is a knitter. Knitter, please. She says circulars are great for socks. Yes. In fact, I've tried to do socks, Uma. I want to do more socks because socks are, imagine you having a pair of Paco Vicuña socks, something so luxurious on your feet. So when I was learning how to do socks, you put both pair on one of these needles and you can knit your socks at one time. So you'll have both socks knit and you just go back and forth in the circle. Okay. I'll show you that next time. I'll warm myself up because I haven't done it in a while. Okay. Another story. When I did this project, do you see the chaos that it is? I was making, because I used to knit a lot and I stopped. It's been, when was I doing this project? It's so embarrassing. 2020. 2020 is the last time I really knit. I'm not counting last summer when I was teaching the children the basics. I'm talking about me just sitting down and knitting. This was the last time. And as you can see, these are better stitchings. So you can see how serious I used to be. And these are called stitch holders. You can see they're kind of fun and whimsical, but this is, and I use like, you know, if you have bread, you can use the bread ties to control your chaos. And this is pure chaos here. I haven't picked this up since 2020, and that's not good. 2020. And these right here, these are some of the accessories. This is to prevent your project from slipping off of the needle. So you end up buying a lot of little accessories. Here are the stitch markers, various mustaches, because I'm also a barber. I know you're like, what else are you? I'm a polymath. I can't help it. When you're born of a genius, my father was a mad scientist and I can't help it, okay? So it's part of growing up and your father is a genius. It's a really crazy life to live. He was literally a scientist, a mad scientist, a mad chemist, or you might say an alchemist. Dave said changing an engine is Dave, that's really funny. I've got to give you a gong for that. Dave said changing an engine. But Dave, really, I could teach you this. I could. And you have to follow a pattern. I have no idea where this pattern is for this project, but it's supposed to be a little like a little cardigan, believe it or not. This is supposed to be a little cardigan. What you do is you knit the various pieces, maybe 2 in the front, 1 in the back, and you connect it, okay? So I don't know where the pattern is. This is a chaotic mess, and I'll probably not finish it. But I was going around America in 2020, if you all were following. Remember, I was going all over the place. I went to Cumberland Island all the time. Then I went to Jekyll Island because I wanted to see where they started the Federal Reserve. They wouldn't let me in because of COVID. And I went and looked into the blinds. I wanted to see, I saw the room where those jokers planned the Federal Reserve, okay? The creature from Jekyll Island. I was there. So I went there. No, hardly anybody was there, okay? Nobody, everybody, you guys were in the house scared. I had to be out there working as a nurse. So I just made the most of it and I just traveled all around. So I went to Jekyll Island. I went to Cumberland Island several times. I went to Daufuskie Island. Have you ever heard of Daufuskie? I loved Daufuskie Island. I rented one of those tiny homes. It was a literal tiny home on wheels. It was so cute. But a storm came through one day, almost blew the tiny home over. I was like, on the floor. Can you see me on the floor in the tiny home praying? I was praying, please God, because it looked like the Wizard of Oz. I saw the whole thing coming in. It was spinning. It got really dark and it was coming off of the water, coming towards the tiny home. And I knew I was a goner. I knew it would end up on the side, just, tossed over, but I didn't know if I was just going to fly off. But guess what? The tiny home withstood all of those winds. It was crazy. Josephine was with me. She was my little travel buddy. And Josephine knew something was wrong. She looked at me and she took off. She hid somewhere in that tiny home. She was not even caring about me and my safety. She made sure she was safe somewhere in that tiny home. Damn Jen. But this was a project I took when I was traveling to, where was I? Okay, I went to Hilton Head and they had a yarn store in Hilton Head. Shout out to the yarn store in Hilton Head. You were a little bougie and you weren't very nice to me, but I still supported your business. No, it wasn't. The lady that waited on me, the sales lady, she was nice. I think it was the owner. She was a little too bougie. But this yarn right here is supposed to be for this cardigan that I'm supposed to be making. But this yarn, look at this. This is cotton. Isn't it beautiful? Maybe I could figure out this project and reconnect with it. But these are some of the this is cotton. And let me tell you, this cotton is called Dando fine cotton, and it's made in Japan. So you see, we need to make our cotton high-end cotton here in America. So this is an example of, we need to bring this back. Fine cotton, American made, right? So what else did I want to tell you? Oh, this was something interesting when I lived in California, and I would go all up and down the coast doing my yarn crawls. You like that? Isn't that? It's a gorgeous pink. It's a little different from this pink, right? This is not. Oh no, this is a cotton, but it's not as luxurious as that cotton. As you can see the difference here. You could even see the sheen is different. Do you see how you can judge fiber? Yes, you should be a judge. Judge it. So this was something interesting that happened that I want to share. When yeah, Josephine dipped. She definitely dipped. What did you say, Uma? Eeks have lots of severe storms heading this way by the end of, really? Oh, we have to pray for you, Uma, that you're good. You'll be fine. Yeah, so I was making a dress, crocheting a dress similar to, let me bring this back to the all right, let me see if I could find my dress to show you. It was crocheted very, it was 4 months it took me to make it. Okay, here it is. All right, you see the dress right there? That is alpaca, not Paco Vicuña, but it's alpaca and no, not cashmere, alpaca and silk, maybe. Wait, alpaca. Yeah, it's a mixture of alpaca and silk, I think. Wait a minute, let me make sure. Oh, guess what? I found it, you guys. It was right here. Okay, so this is the pattern. Let me get back on the screen bigger. Welcome to anybody who's joining. Okay, so this right here is the pattern for that dress. Let me take it out. Okay. So if I want to make another one, I could always refer to this pattern. And this took 4 months to make. And the women, the Knitterali women, They didn't believe that I could do it, of course. I love when someone doesn't believe I can do something. I have that personality that I have to show you, okay? I dare you to doubt me. I will show you. So they were not crocheters, they were knitters, and they thought they were so much more advanced. But here's the fiber from the dress. It's like a beautiful golden fiber, and it's by Blue Sky. So it's alpaca silk. Do you see that? So it's 50% alpaca, 50% silk. And this is the fiber. So can you get a good look at that? So that was the dress that took 5 months. So I wanted to make another one, just something fun, and I made another color, and I don't know what happened, but I tightened it too much around my hips. And as you can see, when I was knitting, I'm not the smallest gal. I don't think you would accuse me of being petite. And it wasn't enough for my hips and, the rear. So I didn't know what to do because when I tried it on, it was just so tight around my middle area. And one of the ladies in Laguna Niguel, she told me about a woman in Irvine. And she said, this woman can do the most amazing things because I think I was too far gone with the project. I needed to, I don't know, I needed somebody to undo it and do it again or something like that. And then I had another project that had it was messed up. It had a hole in it. And they told me, go to this lady in Irvine and she can fix anything. They were saying she's like a wizard or something. She could fix it all. And I called her up. It was really cool. I went to her studio in Irvine and it was huge. She had all these really big spools of fiber and she used to repair clothing for St. John's Knits. Does anybody know about St. John's Knits? This is a really high-end clothing company and it's so beautiful, the knitwear. They have a sale every year and people fly in from Europe to buy the St. John's. They go to Irvine and camp out for the sale. So that lets you know how amazing St. John's is. So this woman used to repair, imagine that, for St. John's. So she was just amazing. And she fixed my issues that I had with my two pieces of work. And she gifted me, like she had all this extra yarn. And we just hit it off, me and her, like we were fast friends, okay? And she gave me big spools of yarn, just extra stuff she just had around her workshop. I don't want to say factory. Can you imagine that? She was just giving them to me. I'm like, yes, yes, I'll take it. I just took it all in my arms and it was so exquisite, this yarn. And I think it was a metallic. It was like a silver metallic. Oh my God. And just to know this was St. John's knit like fibers. So I was like, those are some of the nice things that happen when, you meet people in this world. And I used to sit down with the most interesting people. Another person I remember sitting down with, and this was in Atlanta. Every city had an amazing knitting, like they had knitting boutiques and stuff, yarn boutiques. Um, in Atlanta, in Virginia Highland, if you know about Virginia Highland in Atlanta, I sat down and I would knit with them whenever I was in Atlanta. And I sat down with a man who was knitting things for his grandchildren. He was knitting the most amazing little settees, like beautiful. They look like they came from a European children, those European children's boutiques. That's what it looked like. Beautiful. He had two grandchildren, and he was just knitting all this beautiful, beautiful clothing for them. And he told me that he was commissioned back in the 70s or whatever, late 70s, to knit for one of the fall lines for Calvin Klein. All right. So that's where this talent can take you to places you never can imagine, right? So imagine that he is commissioned to make all of the sweaters for the fall line. And this is back when they used to have those Cosby sweaters. Remember was that Coogi? I know Girl Code and Karen know. What were the Cosby sweaters? Was that a Coogi sweater? I don't know. I'm trying to remember. Let me know if you know what were the Cosby sweaters, what designer, because those were the type of sweaters he said he knit for that particular fall line for Calvin Klein. Imagine that. It was just, so I found the Paco Vicuña fiber. So let me show you. I wish you could touch it. It feels like, oh my God, it's so soft. Okay, so look at this. That is the Paco Vicuña fiber. It feels like a whisper, like a cloud. It's so soft. You could feel the frequency. You could hear it cooing. Girl Code, can't you hear it? Coo, 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 coo. You just can't get the real, the sense of it. It's so, what does this? It has a neutral smell. But the color, it's like a caramel. What would you call it? It's so beautiful. Imagine having a sweater made from this. So that's my little souvenir of the Paco Vicuñas. You could hear it, the cooing. All right, so that's it for this evening for our little demonstration of knitting. Knitter, please. So here I am with my knitting, knit, purl. So my stitches are not so bad. They're okay. I wouldn't give this a grade A or anything. This is janky right here. And here's the purl side. So you see that pattern? That mathematical pattern. Now, when you knit, you have to protect your work. You don't want this to ever slide off. You will cry, okay? You will absolutely cry. So you have to use those little, like, let's see if it'll fit. These stoppers, you have to use something like that to prevent your work from sliding off. Okay, until you go back to it. Now, when you crochet, you don't have to do that. This is your stitches stay live. They call it live stitches. So you cannot let this get out of control. When you crochet something, you can take the hook off, put it on. It's so forgiving. It's way different from knitting. And when you knit, you're making pretty much a flat piece of fabric. Knitting, you are, like I told you before, you are sculpting. And here's old Blue Eyes. This is crochet sculpting. And I gave Blue Eyes I gave him some more fins so he could look like a whale shark. One of you guys said he looked like a whale shark. So I'm doing a mobile, and old Blue Eyes is going to be part of the under the sea. What is it? A motif? A theme? Okay, Karen tells me what those sweaters, they were called Koos Vanderacker. Those, oh, that sounds expensive, doesn't it? That sounds way expensive than Coogi. Koos Vanden Acker. I don't know how to say that, but that was the Cosby sweaters. My, oh my. Hey there, roller disco. I'll watch the rerun. Was hanging out with my. Oh, good. Tell your sibling sisters hello. Juan says misconception. While commonly associated with the brand, the famous sitcom sweaters were not generally Coogee brand, but rather custom creation. Oh, okay. Both you and Karen got Koos van den Akker. According, okay. They, like I said, it sounds expensive. Sounds, what is that? That sounds Norwegian or something. Hey, Paint Dance Live. Hi, Jen. Old Blue Eyes look sweet. I've been watching. Oh, good. And relaxing, enjoying a tostada with your friend. Oh, that's so nice. I'm glad you've been enjoying. So I'm going to end the live stream now. I want to thank you for watching. We'll get back together and do just another like this is just improv, nothing really, no pressure. We'll do it again. And I'll keep you posted on, I think maybe tomorrow I'll do another rewind of the we're doing retrospective rewind of the culture, and we're up to 2009. I'm looking forward to when we get to the place where we all met, 2019 to 2020, so that we start to look at what happened in this nation. And I want to really analyze and find some patterns that I was too busy to see, but I know we'll find more patterns. Okay. In the meantime, I will end out on America the Beautiful, kind of a recap of some of those trips that I made in 2020 to beautiful places along the coastal areas of Georgia, South Carolina, and then some other places in America. There are so many more places I want to see. I hope you get to see more. It's a lot to see, okay? So I want to thank you, and we will talk soon, okay? Thank you for watching, hanging out with me. All right. So that was just a little bit of just memories of going to some of these wonderful spots. And again, we will see and meet maybe tomorrow if you're not busy. That would be around 7:30. I'll let you know, okay? Just stay tuned if you are connected with me, Facebook, Instagram, and over here on YouTube. I try to keep everything the same. And I also post on, what is it? TikTok. I don't do too much. I love TikTok, but I don't do as much as I would like. But I'll do more. Okay. All right. So I will check you later. Take care.
They counted me out. But I was never lost. Did it fit the mood? Yeah. Didn't fit the mold, never moved that way. Tried to box me in, I just broke the frame. Different kind of rhythm in my DNA. Now I walk it out, I don't gotta explain. I took the long road, yeah, I earned my stride. Every closed door just refined the drive. But they call too much, now it's on my shine. Had to stand alone just to get a line. No turning back now, I see it clear. What felt like lost brought me right here. Black sheep, still I rise. So no deep, no disguise. Every scar, turn a light. Now I'm living in my right. Black sheep, feel the beat. Strong heart, steady feet. All that doubt, out of reach. Now I move how I'm meant to be. Didn't follow crowds, I was built to lead. Quiet in the storm, that was strength in me. Now the air feel clean, I can finally breathe. Everything I needed was underneath. Let it play out, I don't rush the pace. Got a different kind of time and I embrace. All that pressure turn to open space. Now I stand tall in my rightful place. Let it ride, I don't fall. All that weight turned to gold. What was hidden, now it shows.